is no such thing as the perfect competitive Pokemon team, but in today's video we are going to take a look to see if we can find that perfect team on the double rank ladder in Regulation J. Today's team will be consisting of I think you pronounce it Magearna. I'm not sure about that. You can definitely correct me down in the comment section below on that. Calyrex-Ice Rider, Indeedee, Annihilape, Smeargle, and Urshifu. So this is a hardcore trick room team with the option of going for a little bit of a fastball with Smeargle, awesome choice Scarf, Fina Gambit with perhaps Annihilape. So if there's any team you want me to feature in a future video, make sure you leave me that rental code down in the comment section below. Or if you have any suggestions to my Road to the Best Pokemon team, make sure you leave me them suggestions in the comments as well, and I'll make sure to check them out. So without further ado, let's just get straight into the first matchup and let's see what this team actually is about. Game 1 here will be against a Dragonite. I completely forgot its name, but I think it thrives in sun. Porygon, Koraidon, and an Umbreon. I honestly think we can probably go straight up for a trick room setup here. There's a lot of things I think that would work out pretty well, and for the end, I'm not sure, maybe actually going for a, you know what, perhaps Smeargle at a late endgame could potentially actually be pretty decent, even though we are looking at some different stuff, sort of like having the Psychic Terrain on the field, which will in the long run kind of fuck us up. But if we can make sure to perhaps keep it long enough to the point where Psychic Terrain disappears, then a fake out pressure from that Smeargle could be quite beneficial, especially towards a late end game. So I am very excited to see where we can take with this team, since I don't really play that much Regulation J on the ranked ladder. I'm more going for Regulation H on Showdown or Tournament, since that is the official Pokemon format right now. Before we I think we get one more format before Pokemon Champions. But yeah, I'm very excited about Pokemon Champions. Yeah, I'm very excited to see what this Magearna can do. I'm still not sure how to pronounce his name, but let's see here. So the leader, oh, it's Blossom. So the leader with Blossom and Koraidon. And honestly, I am fairly okay with that, because I expect Koraidon to go straight for Terrestrialization instead of Fire, mainly because that with our Mythical we can go for Dazzling Gleam, which they probably know. So I will go for Trick Room, and I will go for Follow Me. We also have Psychic, which is super effective against into that Koraidon. So in that case, it is facing down two really strong Pokemons into it. I do expect to see some sort of Terrestrialization on it now for sure. I will say our Mythical Magearna is not doing too well against Koraidon, since it is Steel and Fairy type. So it is very weak to a Terrestrialization Fire, and then potentially even a Fair Blaze. And I assume this is going to be into the Koraidon, mainly because it's going to be weak to that Fairy type, but now it will turn into Fire and resist that specific. The only problem we have here is the fact that we cannot hit it for neutral damage on the field at the moment. So they will go for Stun Spore. Luckily, Safety Goggles will protect us. Oh, they will actually Sword Stance on that Koraidon. That is pretty dangerous. That is pretty dangerous. So what I am thinking here, honestly, we might as well just go for Terrestrialization Water, go for Dazzling Gleam, and go for Follow Me. I just need to make sure that our Indeedee goes down. So they withdraw Blossom, and who are they gonna come in with? It's gonna be Porygon C, probably trying to reverse that Trick Room, which could be fairly dangerous for us. So the Terrestrialization actually wasn't necessary this time around, especially if they will go for a Fire attack on that, or any type of attack on that Koraidon because it doesn't have anything that can spread move us. So we should be... Alright, we do okay damage into Porygon. And then Collision Course will come out and it will most likely KO our Indeedee. Which it will. So now we actually gonna have the chance of coming in with the almighty Calyrex-Ice Rider. So with this ability we have on the Magearna, I can try and read it out loud just so we can all see what it actually is. It's boost Pokemon special attack every time another Pokemon faints. So actually, even though our own Pokemon faints, we still get that special boost. And for that, I actually think Dazzling Gleam will be enough to take down that Porygon C. So we should be able to go for high horsepower and then Dazzling Gleam at the same time. High horsepower. It almost takes the KO here. Dazzling Gleam. Oh my god, if our high horsepower would have KO'd that Koraidon, we would have gotten a boost, and that boost would have been enough for the Porygon C to go down. However, the problem is now that we will see... Oh, we will see Thunderbolt. Never mind. Are we still gonna survive this? We're just barely gonna survive this. And right now, Magearna is looking absolutely diabolical. I am promised after this match, I will check if it is pronounced Magearna or what it is, but I think it might be Magearna. So Blossom will come in here and we are looking really good, I would say. So we are gonna Flash Cannon into Blossom. Actually, there's no point, is there? I mean, we might as well just go for... You know what? We're gonna go for... no, we're gonna be fast anyway. Let's just go for Dazzling Gleam. And let's Glacial Lance because we should be able to KO both of them. It doesn't even matter because we get Battle Cancel. And we will take a Game 1 win here with the Magearna. Game 2 is gonna be against a Miraidon team which has Metagross, Amoonguss, Hydreigon, Garchomp. And why did I forget its name? It is so annoying. It uses Fake Out, Reflect, Light Screen, and all that. Why did I forget your name for a minute here? Anyways, we know what you do. And I figured out it is not Magearna, it is Magearna. Magearna, I think. I don't even remember now. I think it was Magearna. So we're just gonna call it Magearna for the rest of the video. I honestly think it's definitely an... I think we will lead off with that. Perhaps actually even next to the... our Smeargle here. Have you in the back. And looking at this team... I think just being able to redirect all this time, like just continuing doing them follow me's is gonna be incredibly powerful, especially with our Indeedee having this safety goggles on. So actually the Amoonguss is gonna be quite it's Grimmsnarl. Fuck. Grimmsnarl. Why did I, how can I forget Grimmsnarl? Absolute jokester, isn't he? Alright. I'm not sure if they use Taunt or whatever they can use. The problem, I mean, we look incredibly strong here. We really do with a Dazzling Gleam. I am just gonna go for a Fake Out and I'm gonna go for a Trick Room. We look incredibly powerful here with Magearna. And they are gonna withdraw the Hydreigon, which I completely understand considering what it was facing up against. So they are gonna come in here with the Amoonguss, which is quite dangerous. So Fake Out comes out here into the Grimmsnarl. It is not a covert cloaked one, and Trick Room will now be up. The problem is, however, Spore is on the table, and they're most likely faster than us. Definitely under Smeargle. So what I'm gonna do here is I am gonna protect on Magearna, and I am gonna switch into Indeedee. Simple as the reason that we can take Spore and Spore and Spore because of Follow Me and Safety Goggles. So it won't be a problem dealing with this Amoonguss. So I said the Protect here, which will protect us just for one turn here. What are they gonna choose? So they are gonna put up a Light Stream, which I assume is fair enough. And they are going to try and spore. Luckily, we do have the safety goggles on. So we are just going to Dazzling Gleam, Gleam, and then we're just going to follow me, because what are they going to do against our spore? They're not our spore, our safety goggles. They were doing absolutely nothing. So we might as well just continue doing it. So now they put up and reflect as well. All right. Grimmsnarl has about done its job at this point. Spore goes straight into safety goggles, and we are free to put on a Dazzling Gleam, which does fairly good amount of damage into that Grimmsnarl, considering that we actually didn't even, you know, they have light screen up. So especially so technically our special attacks and with the reflex, our physical attacks are reduced by 50%. I think that was a fairly good amount of damage from Magearna. And honestly, I think we are on autopilot mode now. Follow me and just continuously going for Dazzling Gleam. I cannot see why we wouldn't do that at the moment. As long as they don't switch out Among Us, I do not see any reason to why we would stop doing that. So they are going to Sucker Punch. And that doesn't work with us doing Follow Me, and it also doesn't work with us. Oh, that does a lot of damage though. And it doesn't do anything with us doing any sort of... also, it doesn't matter because we had Psychic Terrain, so it wouldn't even matter in that case. Now we are getting a special attack boost, and not gonna lie, I absolutely love playing right now with this Magearna. It is incredible. Alright, so they come in here with their Garchomp. So what I'm thinking they are going to do with Garchomp is they're probably going for a... How much do we have left? Trick Room. We have 1 turn left. So they're probably going to try and hit us with a EQ is what I'm thinking here. But if we can survive, what are they going to Terrestrialize into? They are going to go into Poison type, which are going to make them weak to a high horsepower. So we are going to protect it, because we are probably going to see a EQ. Pollen Puff goes straight into Indeedee. It doesn't KO, which means we are going to be able to hit a Psychic and do a little bit of chip damage into that Among Us. It does have a Citrus Berry on though, which is quite unfortunate, because I would think it would be within KO range after seeing this Indeedee going down to EQ, especially with our boost we will get. So now we will be +2 in fact, and I do think we are going to be able to survive if we do Terrestrialize. So let's just pop in here with our lovely Calyrex-Ice Rider. Terrestrialize Water here. I think Flash Cannon straight into Garchomp, and we should be able to survive AEQ here from Garchomp on both our parties. So we should be in a fairly decent position here, looking down to take down the Garchomp and the Among Us. But let's see how powerful this Magearna now has become with a +2. So it's going to come out here with a Poison Jab. How much damage is that going to do? It is not going to do too much, which means now we are free to go for a Flash Cannon, which will do a good amount of damage. And in Glacial Lance should be able to pick up both of the KOs, which will boost our Calyrex-Ice Rider sharply, but it would also raise our Magearna sharply, so we will be +4 on Magearna and +2 on our Calyrex-Ice Rider. These two is broken. These two is absolutely broken on the rank ladder. If you want to climb this Regulation J ladder, double rank ladder easily, you have to use this team. They are absolutely amazing. And now with the, let us say, the Psychic Terrain gone, we are almost clear to just absolutely demolish this Hydreigon. There's nothing they can do, and they have acknowledged that, and they will leave the battle, and we will be 2-0 right now. Let's continue this incredible winning streak in Game 3. Last game will be against a mirror Magearna team. This team is almost identical to us. They do have the Calyrex-Ice Rider as well. They do have Magearna as well. It is a different one. Instead of Indeedee, they do, however, have Grimmsnarl. They still have Urshifu and still have this Annihilape. I think we're all pretty much aware of how dangerous this is. I do think I think leading Smeargle could be quite dangerous here. And I think maybe even, you know what? I think Magearna lead next to Annihilape is pretty smart, because if we do Final Gambit and we get that boost, we could be looking down at something quite incredible. And honestly, I think we do this. I think we leave out the Urshifu for this entire matchup. Mainly just because I do really like the fact that we continuously going for the follow me and redirect those attacks from the opposition. What? But we gotta remember, they have the exact same things to play with. I think we're gonna Final Gambit into that Magearna. I think we are. I think we're just gonna double up straight into that Magearna. I need that thing to go down and get that double, or get the boost. Because if I get rid of their Magearna, I think we are looking quite solid to tear down the rest of their team. Simply because we do have redirection, and Glacial Lance is not going to be able to do too much, I think, as long as the Ice Rider doesn't get any boost when it enters the field, because there's no way they did not bring that. I assume we're going to see either a fake out. Oh, we're actually going to see a protect. So they're probably going to pop a light screen here. Yes, and then next turn we can assume that they are going to pop a reflect to kind of minimize the damage from the Final Gambit that we will be going for into the Magearna. And honestly, I see no reason to why we don't just go for what we were going to go for regardless. There's no point of not doing it anyway. And we have already won the 2 first matches, and at this point it is just having fun, so might as well just go for the fun play here. I would love to see, though, taking down the Magearna. That would be absolutely incredible. I think I could be a little bit scared that our Final Gambit will not be enough into Magearna, especially with a reflect coming out from Grimmsnarl and most likely a Terrestrialization on their Magearna. So, oh no, Final Gambit? That will take a KO. Why are they not going for a reflect? That's a big question of mine. Do they not have reflect on the Grimmsnarl? Maybe not. But I am not gonna complain, because I'm gonna be able to get a flash cannon, perhaps. Unless they Thunder Wave us. We're gonna be +2 now. So they're gonna Spirit Break us. We're gonna be +1 instead. Which is alright, because I'm pretty sure we are gonna be able to do some really good damage into that Grimmsnarl. We are in fact gonna be able to take 2 one-hit KOs with a critical from that Magearna. I do think that critical in fact mattered, considering that they did in fact have a light screen up. But their problem here is now there is no reflect up. So if I get to set up that Trick Room and bring in my Ice Rider at the end of the game, there will be nothing stopping that from going absolutely berserk. They do have an Urshifu, and this Dark Urshifu. That could be very problematic, ladies and gentlemen. They can Wicked Blow us, which will take us down. And I most likely have to take the... I could also just Terrestrialize, in fact. But then I will leave my Magearna vulnerable. I don't even know how bulky is this Pokemon. It is actually fairly bulky, I would say. I think we're gonna let you go down this time around. And I am going to... not go for Trick Room. We're gonna do something orthodox and not go for Trick Room. We are gonna go straight for the cake. I assume their Urshifu is gonna be a Focus Sash Urshifu. I would assume so. They're popping out a Terrestrialization as well. Who is it gonna be into? That is the big question. There's gonna be Calyrex-Ice Rider that will turn into Water type as well, which will now take away its weakness for our Steel type move Flash Cannon. Let's see what they are gonna go for. We are popping out here a Follow Me. Who is gonna move first? That is the big question. It is gonna be the Wicked Blow from the Urshifu, and with that critical hit, I don't even think that if the move had a critical, if it didn't have critical hit, I am pretty sure we would still be able not to survive that. Oh, it's a life orb, which means we can take it down now here with Dazzling Gleam. This is looking really good for us, trainers, because I don't think we're gonna see a Leech Seed here. And we are plus what, 4, 5, 4. High horsepower is what I was expecting, which is why I terrestrialized that water. That is the exact reason I did terrestrialization water. And we have a confirmation that we are faster than their Ice Rider, which means that I am pretty sure we are looking down to winning this game. We are going to be plus 4. I don't think there's really much they can do here to not lose this game, because we are plus 4. Dazzling Gleam, will it be enough? It is almost enough. And we're gonna high horsepower them down at the end, and we will take the win on the Ice Rider, even though that is probably one of the strongest Pokemon right now in competitive Pokemon. We are going 3 for 3 in today's video. Magearna is an absolute beast. After using the Arceus 2 videos ago, or you could just say our last double ranked ladder climbing video, I was not convinced that this format, Regulation J, was going to be any fun. However, Magearna has absolutely changed that for me. This Pokemon, let me get my fat face off the screen, is absolutely amazing to play with. I absolutely love it. It is a phenomenal Pokemon to play with, and that Soul Heart ability might be the most broken ability of all time. It is literally the S1 ability on Calyrex-Ice Rider or Shadow Rider, but instead of you KOing them to gaining that boost on your attack or special attack, it doesn't matter who feigns, you will get that boost anyway. And this is why I think the Annihilape with Fina Gambit works so well, getting that extra boost straight off the bat. And even if you pick up the KO, you get a double boost straight off the bat. And even taking off, like, it doesn't matter. That's why you have so much Follow Me in the team, because you are going to be able to use that Soul Heart ability to its best, just having your own allies feign. It doesn't matter, because it will boost your Magearna, which at the end is absolutely incredible, as you saw in the 3 matches we played today. I will highly suggest you check out this team and use the reference code in the description below in the top right corner here off the screen, and use it to climb the double rank ladder, because it is absolutely amazing to do so. If you have a team, as always, you want me to feature in a future video, you know what to do. Leave me the rental code down in the comment section below. And otherwise, I don't think I have much left to say, but until next time, happy gaming.